Hi YouTube. This is going to be on how to maintain your red hair by using semi-permanent dye. I'm kind of fading a bit, you probably can't tell very well, but it's really bad at my ends, probably because I need to trim them. But I am going to go grab my dye and run a boar brush through my hair to pull out more of the oils down my shaft. You want to always dye your hair on dirty hair, super greasy, like pretty greasy. Sorry, I got a couple of Facebook messages. Probably heard the vibrating. But yeah, so I'm gonna go do that and figure out how to set up my camera to where I can tape myself while I dye my hair and change my white tank top, obviously. Okay. All right. So I changed my shirt. I'm gonna brush out my hair. Even though I said I was gonna do it before, but whatever. And I figured out a way to have my camera stood up. I have a bunch of candles on top of each other. Okay. And I only have one glove. Go figure. Okay. Put up part of my hair. And I have two different kinds of semi-permanent dye. I have Manic Panic in Pillar Box Red and the Ion Hot Red. This one. I'm probably going to use the, oh. I got a phone call, sorry. I didn't know I could get that while I was videotaping. So, I have a little cheese container because I don't know what happened to my dye one. And I am in my room, but I have a protective down on the ground because I have like light beige carpet. So I'm going to put this in here, and then I'm going to add a little bit of conditioner. Gonna get it all out. I wish I had one of those like turny things, you know what I mean, like the crank, to make sure you get it all out. Oh, and I already got it on my skin. Go figure. And if you want to know the type of conditioner I'm using, it's this, mixed with a little bit of the generic, like Paul Mitchell tea tree. And we're going to put a little bit in, and if I need more, then I guess I can add more. My toothbrush. This is going to be really hard doing it behind. So I'm probably just going to put it on my fingers for the back and just kind of smear it through to make sure I get it all. That's usually how I would do it back in high school by myself. But lately I've been having the pleasure of having my friend do it. So, see how that works. It smells beautiful. Kinda looks scary though. It's really dark. Add a little bit more conditioner. I'm not gonna put that much in. Stir it up. Okay. Now I gotta figure out which hand I want this on. Try this right. Okay. Now, I've said this before, but I'm not a professional. Imagine that. So basically, I already re-dyed my roots, but my friend missed some spots, so I'm just gonna make sure I just get everything. There's also another reason why I got two of them. And I didn't get two of the same ones because they didn't have any, because apparently everybody where I live decided to dye their hair red, and they're constantly out of it. Well, that's understandable because usually people will go back to red once summer's over because it's easier to keep in the winter and cold months because everybody goes out and swims and plays in the sun. I'm totally gonna get this all over my hair, or my hand. Let me swap. already red. I usually do that though. I really need a freaking mirror, so I'm gonna pause this and then I'm gonna go grab my mirror.
Now that I'm in my mirror, which I was hoping that I could have just used the cell phone to see what I was doing, but I think this is going to be easier, and you guys probably can see a lot better too. This is going to be a long video, I'm sorry guys. I just want you guys to hear me, so otherwise I would have just sped it up. And with all my talking, I would sound like a chipmunk if I sped it up anyway, so unless I put music on it. The only way I'll shut up is if my friend comes home, because that's kind of embarrassing. My best friend slash roommate, who I'm sure you guys have seen in my videos if you've watched them. I'm getting all the way down to my ends. Rotate. I should have my big tooth comb down here. Actually, I think I do somewhere. You see, she like missed all those spots when I was getting my roots touched up with permanent dye. So I'm going to try to go over them, because since I have like light brown, kind of like, oops, dark blonde, at least in some areas, like where the sun hits it. Okay, I'm going to stop this and restart it so I can fast forward for you guys so you don't have to sit here forever. Okay, so now I'm gonna wash off my hands and I'm going to see if I can find my wide tooth comb that's meant for wet hair. I'm gonna run it through, make sure that I pulled it through all the way, and I'm gonna clean up my face so it doesn't look like I murdered somebody. on for probably later on tonight, or I might sleep with it in, just so it really, really, really sticks. Happy dyeing. By the way, this stuff does not get off very well, so thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'm going to be posting some about my piercings, my new ones, and whatnot, so